carry these bunker-busting bombs, which are capable of potentially, and not definitely, and that's a really crucial point, I think, but potentially capable of taking out the nuclear site. So confirmation that they were involved. Again, this is surprising. I mean, plane watchers have been watching the movement of these B-2 bombers for the past couple of days. Their home base is in Missouri, in the United States. They are sometimes based in Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. But we know that over the past few days, they have all been back in Missouri. But only this morning, they took off and flew not east towards the Middle East, but west towards Guam. So in the hours ahead, we'll get a lot more detail about quite how the Americans and why the Americans decided to carry out this strike tonight. But for a lot of people, and I imagine the British included, this will be, I guess there will be mixed feelings, because I know that the British government and the British Foreign Secretary were holding out for negotiations and for diplomacy to work. Donald Trump has taken a different view. He clearly believes that now was the opportunity, now was the moment to strike on these nuclear sites. He's rolling the dice. He's taking a gamble, and the gamble is that Iran will not retaliate in a way that cannot be contained by the Americans. It's a big gamble.
And Mark, you know, we almost a few days ago got a hint towards diplomacy. You know, Donald Trump said he'd given the Iranians 2 weeks and he was going to make a decision in 2 weeks. And now suddenly he's back at the White House, back in that security briefing, and now announcing this quite significant move and the US's direct involvement. So does this rule out any diplomacy now going forward?
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's genuinely fascinating that he has decided at this point to make this move, because, as you say, it was only 2 days ago, or was it even yesterday? I'm losing track. But he said through his press secretary he was going to give diplomacy up to 2 weeks. Something clearly has changed. Maybe it was a window of opportunity that his generals saw. We just don't know. What we do know is that he left the White House yesterday evening and went to Bedminster. Now, he wouldn't have been able to authorize that strike from Bedminster. He has to be in what's known as a SCIF, a secure location. There isn't one of those at Bedminster. There is back at the White House, but he was due to come back to the White House at 6 p.m. this evening, which is a couple of hours ago. So it's clear now that he came back to the White House and almost certainly watched all this unfold in real time from the Situation Room in the West Wing.
And Mark, the Iranian foreign minister, just again a few